Ben Heather here, and I'm joined by Rob Sinclair. Unfortunately, we've not seen you in action for quite a while now. Can you talk us through a timeline of events as to what injury you had after signing for Bellator? There was a lot of anticipation, a big signing. You was part of the tournament, and then unfortunately you had to pull out of that.
Yeah, I was. After I fought Andre Winner, that was in the September. I was scheduled to fight Kurt Warburton in the March, and in the January 11th, I snapped my Achilles heel. So I pulled out that fight, but Bellator still signed me around the May, and they put me into the tournament. So I was 3 weeks out from the fight, and then I dislocated my knee training. So I snapped my ACL and my Achilles heel within the space of 9 months. So 2 career-threatening injuries, really. And the doctor actually said to me when he seen me that I'd probably struggle walking properly again. And I just basically told him to, said, fuck you. Anyway, I've come back now and I'm probably better than I was. So I'm mentally strong. So up until that point, I was flying and shit happens, doesn't it? So I'm on the comeback now.
You mentioned there about being mentally strong, but at some moments like that, you must have questioned not only whether you're going to be able to walk properly again, but what's going to happen as far as your career is concerned.
Well, I mean, once I'd done the injury, I was screaming, like a bitch, to be honest. And my brothers got hold of my hand, and there was like 8 fighters in there, fighters training session, and never seen so many guys crying in one room, because it was a nasty, nasty injury. And once my announcement is made, we'll publish the pictures, and you'll see how serious the injury was. Nasty injury, but like I said, the doctor said to me, you're not going to come back from this. Definitely not. I'm sorry. I got another surgeon in. He said the same, and I got another one in, and he said the exact same. So I got transferred from Blackburn to Stockport, and I said, I want another guy, and he said, I'll do my best. And he just said to me, look, a normal ACL injury, usually about 9 months, but I'd give you a 12-month. I'd highly, highly recommend you don't. But again, I just told him to swivel. And I've got to go and see him actually on the 4th of December for my final review before he released me from the books of the hospital. Yeah. And
like I say, it's not long now before that. Do you expect to get the all clear then, and you're training at near to 100% now, are you?
I'm not training to 100%. I'm not doing so much wrestling just yet. I'm just working on other stuff. I've been helping my brother prepare for this fight. But it's not giving me no problems at all. I've been given the all clear from my physio. I'll tell you what, the actual surgeons said to me, because they took a graft, which if anyone knows what an ACL problem is, they took a graft from my good leg, a ligament, and put it in my bad leg. And they say that if you're a sprinter, you're never going to be the same. If you're a powerlifter, you probably lose about 15-20% power. Before the last fight, I was probably squatting around 75 kilos. So they said to me, you lose 20% power in your legs, and so I'd be lifting roughly about 60 kilo, which is not strong at all. And a couple of weeks ago, I did 130. So again, another swivel.
That's it.
So
that's another thing to keep you focused and to prove a point to the doctors that said you couldn't do anything.
I've done it all my life, you know what I mean? I remember when I was about 6 years old, and I was playing football at school, and we were playing with the 11-year-olds, and they wouldn't pass to me because I was 6 years old. And this was my very first thought, and I didn't really think about it until this injury. And I thought one morning I woke up and I said, I'm going to score today. I don't care what they say, I'm going to score. And I did. And then I scored that day, and they picked me up over the head. But I've brought my life down and gone, I've done that, and I've done that, and I've done that. And it's just another obstacle that I've had to overcome. And the shit that I went through, I mean, this is a bit personal, really. You know what I mean, what I'm telling you? So it's a bit... But in the space of that injury, I snapped my Achilles, I snapped my knee, I lost my grandma, I lost my uncle suddenly, I had to rehome my dogs, I had no money coming in, my career was over, I was 3 weeks away from Bellator, my relationship broke down, my children, you know what I mean? And so to come back from all that now, no, how can I lose, really? From a guy punching me, from coming back from all that, when the doctors have taken my dreams away. Well, they didn't take my dreams away, it happened, and my relationship were in tatters, and my family members are dying around me, I'm at a real, all that shit. One of them things would have broke somebody. Just one of them little things would have broke somebody. And I've just basically kicked it in the face and I said, no, fuck off. And now I've been given the all clear. Bellator are trying to match me up. Another promotion have been on the case and they've communicated with Bellator and they've said, we've been given the go-ahead to offer you a fight, which is a big fight in the UK as a warm-up for ring rust, and then go over there. And I shouldn't be here, you know what I mean? I shouldn't be doing this, and I feel stronger and better. It's incredible, really.
Do you think in the time that you've had off to heal these injuries and to prepare for that, you've actually been able to tweak certain technicalities that you do in your game and work on trying to make you a better martial artist rather than focus on power and abilities?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, leading up to the Rich Clemente fight, I was so injured you would not believe. You know, I took some time off work because it's well documented. I train and I work full time. But looking back now, and I took 3 months off to train for that fight, and I was training all the time, and I was so injured for that fight, and I would never have won that fight because I was in bits. So it was a little bit of a blessing it happening. I mean, it was horrible. You know, my knee was facing this way. But then I thought to myself, well, I need to work on more strength. I need to work on more flexibility. I need to do a bit more yoga, core strength. And because I've done that, and I've gone back into the gym, and bearing in mind I haven't been sparring with these guys for nearly a year now, and it's like I've not been away, and I've improved more. And that's what they're telling me, these guys. So it has made me, and I'll be honest with you now, once my career is over, which is obviously not going to be that long now, I will still continue to do this training where I'm eating better and I'm concentrating on my flexibility and my strength because I need to for myself. So I've learned loads. Blessing in disguise. I won't wish it on nobody. I wish I had a different blessing in disguise. Yeah, but shit happens and I can only do what I can do, and I'm doing well.
That's it. And now we've got over all of those down points at the top. We're looking forward. Yeah. You're like I say, only a couple of weeks now. You should be getting the all clear, and then we'll lead into a fight at the start of next year.
Well, I've been given the all clear now. I got given the all clear about 6 weeks ago to look for a fight. So we've been on the phone in the emails to Bellator, and this is probably the first interview I've done to announce all this. And they're looking. They got in contact with us and they've said that they're renewing my contract to start again. It's a 2-year contract, and as soon as I have my first fight, that's when the 2 year starts. And yeah, I'm just going to take each fight as it comes. I've achieved everything I wanted to in MMA. I wanted to be in the top 10, and I got in the top 10. I wanted to become #1 in Britain. I did that. I wanted to become in the top 3 in Europe. I did that. I wanted to become the British champion. I did world champion. I've done all these things where I've really set my mind to it through this mental strength that I feel like I've got. And my next goal, it was being the Bellator champion, but now it's just getting in there, having a fight, and proving these doctors wrong, and then move forward from there. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And if I do get this shot, I do get this shot. If I don't, I've achieved so much that, you know, I've defied odds, and by being given the all clear to get back in.
And do you think this makes you appreciate everything that you have got and what you've been through so much more than before, where it was just focus on the next fight, focus on this?
Yeah.
Whereas now you've had the time to sit back and look at what you have got.
I do. I look at what I have got, and I don't look at what I just have got with MMA, because, I mean, I don't remember the first 4 years of my daughter's life. You know what I mean? If someone said to me, what did you do for a first birthday? And I can't even name it because I was so wrapped up in doing this MMA. And it's not the be-all and end-all. You know what I mean? Like, my brother's just fought tonight and he got beat. It wasn't his night. It could have been, if it was tomorrow, it could have been his night. But it's not the be-all and end-all. He goes home to his 3 kids. You know, I do the same. Yeah. So if I get the shot, I get the shot. The moment, only thing I'm focusing on now is just February, March. And it leads on from there. But I feel like I'm better. And if I feel like I'm better, it's pretty worrying for the rest of the guys, isn't it? But I'll be honest with you, hopefully the next fight's going to be at welterweight as well. So, a weight above. But then I'll drop that down after that.
Okay. And obviously, it's been a long time since you've been out of the cage. Have you got a message for your fans that still keep active with you on Twitter and Facebook? I see you're always interacting with them.
You know what, right? I've had a lot of support, and I feel like I've had a lot of support because I'm not a knob. Do you know what I mean? I probably don't promote myself as much as what other people do, but I've had so much support, and especially from everyone in Burnley, you know, my hometown, and I'm so grateful because it's willed me on a little bit, you know, and every little bit of positivity I get just gives me that bit more hope, because I'll tell you something now, right, and if this happens to anybody and they have to go to hospital for any injury or whatever, like Steve McComb tonight who broke his arm and all that, the problem I have with doctors is I feel like they take your hope away, right? And I know they've got to for litigation purposes, and if this, you know, you said I would come back and you get sued and all that shit, but I don't think they should take your hope away, because if I didn't have in my mind how I react to these injuries, I could have sat there, got fat and give up. And I don't think doctors should do that. So if you do get an injury, if you just believe in yourself, you know, you can achieve. There's not many things I haven't achieved in my life when I really wanted it, and I really want this. I'll be shitting myself, I'll be scared, because it'll be 2.5 years. But I've got to do it. I've got to do it for everybody who's backed me and helped me. If I win, lose or draw, I've got to get in. And I will.
And in your eyes, you've won as soon as you've got back in that cage.
Yeah. Every day that I train now, I'm winning. You know, I'm defying all these doctors, physios and everyone. I'm defying them all. Defying myself, all these people. There was only me, my mother, my girlfriend, my coach Gavin Bournemouth at Predators, and my friend Mark Palmer. They're the only 5 people who said you will come back from this. Because once you see these pictures when I publish them in February, you will be, if you've got a weak stomach, I won't look. I'm not joking. I'm really not joking. They're absolutely disgusting. And you'd be shocked, you know. And I'm going to do it. But don't listen to the doctors. If they say you can't do it, you fucking can. If you really want to, I'm telling you now, I've done it. I'm doing it.
Well, thank you very much for your time. We really appreciate it, and we can't wait to February, March to see you back in the cage.
Need to finish it up.